All right. Well, this is the first TA notes screencast I'll make for this semester. I'm going to do these TA notes in screencast format instead of written format and see if an audio-visual approach is more helpful than a written approach. But I always invite your feedback to let me know what is most helpful to you. But my intent here is just to go through each week in a screencast format and visually divide up, what you'll grade, what I'll grade, and then give some things to watch for in each assignment and help you think about how to grade each assignment. So to start off, we have this quiz. You'll see at the top of the page, course disclaimers and warnings. That one is graded automatically, so no need to grade that. Students will fill it out, and grading takes care of itself. Those are always the best because they obviously will take care of themselves. Um, we'll get into the discussion board. This icebreaker discussion board is a little bit different from other discussion boards in a few sense. One, it's really there for them just to introduce themselves. They can include a picture if they want. They don't have to. But the length requirement is a little bit longer than other discussion boards, 100 to 150 words is their initial post, and then they need to reply to 4 classmate posts. Usually they only have to reply to 2. So when you think about grading, you think that they need 5 total posts on this for full credit. So if they're missing a post, that's a 20% deduction, right? 1/5 of their grade. You can think about it that way. It's a 20% deduction per post that they're missing. And then you use your best judgment on the length. If somebody puts 2 sentences up there, then they only get half credit for that for their introductory post. So deduct 10% of their grade instead of the full 20% missing a post. But you'll get a feel for that, and I try to be generous on discussion board grading. Discussion boards can be a really positive experience for students. They can also be very cumbersome. And so if we're really tight and really sticklers on grading, it's very discouraging to them, and then the discussion board just becomes an annoyance. So I try and give a little bit more latitude because of that, but also if someone's just really not trying, it's hard to give them full credit when other students have really tried to get full credit. So think about it in those terms, but I mentally I just kind of think about it as 20% of their grade per post, and then kind of assess it that way. And then that's really all you got to do this week. The syllabus quiz is automatically graded, and the activity, the scavenger hunt, is automatically graded. We don't get a lot of automatic grading in this course. We do this week, which is awesome. But so not a ton. It's really just that discussion board. As far as feedback goes, if I don't give someone full credit on a discussion board assignment, I give them feedback as to why. Hey, you were missing a post, or remember you got to reply to 4 classmates for this for full credit, or whatever it is. I try and get them some feedback as to why I'm reducing the grade. But other than that, I don't give a ton of feedback week 1 for the discussion board. We'll do a lot more feedback in future weeks. So that'll be it for this week. Reach out if there's any questions or if there's something I missed.